Good morning to all. Myself Dr. Shabnam, presenting here with polycystic ovarian syndrome. We will discuss polycystic ovarian syndrome. It is a gynecological condition. Introduction part. Polycystic ovarian syndrome. It is originally described in 1935 by Dr. Stein and Leventhal. So it's also called as Stein-Leventhal syndrome. Polycystic ovary is multifactorial. It is polygenic condition. 20-30% prevalence is in reproductive age. Diagnosis is done by presence of two of any of the following three criteria: oligo or anovulation. Anovulation is very common. Hyperandrogenism and polycystic ovaries. Pathology. Typically the ovaries are enlarged, ovarian volume is increased, stroma is increased, the capsule is thickened and pearly white in color. Presence of multiple follicular cysts measuring about 2 to 9 mm in diameter around the cortex. This is the view of polycystic ovaries. The shining cyst we can see in the diagram. The the raised part above the ovaries, that is cyst. So it is nicely visualized. This is laparoscopic view. Laparoscopic views of polycystic ovaries. Histology: there is thickening of tunica albuginea. The cysts are follicles at varying stages of maturation. There is theca cell hypertrophy and stromal hyperthecosis. Patient may present with features of diabetes mellitus, that is insulin resistance diabetes. Clinical features: in clinical features, increasing obesity. Abdominal, in abdominal area the obesity is increasing. It is in 50% of cases. Menstrual abnormalities in 70% of cases in the form of oligomenorrhea either or amenorrhea. Dysfunctional uterine bleeding and infertility. Patient may present with infertility. Presence of hirsutism and acne in 70% of cases. We can see hirsutism and acne. Virilism is rare. Acanthosis nigricans. This is one of the conditions we can see in PCOD, characterized by skin changes due to insulin resistance. The skin is thickened and pigmented grey and brown. Commonly affected sites are nape of neck, inner thighs, groin and axilla. Hayden syndrome is always associated with PCOS. It is characterized by hypoandrogenism, insulin resistance and acanthosis nigricans. Acanthosis nigricans, that is excess of melanin deposition. Insulin resistance is very common in PCOD. Again, in this picture we can see acanthosis nigricans on the neck and so much of acne and hirsutism, that is growth of hairs on chin of that particular female. Acanthosis nigricans on the neck area, that is excess of melanin deposition. It is specifically in neck and inner of thighs. We can notice excess of melanin deposition on neck and inner of thighs. Acne on cheek, face and specifically backside. Hirsutism is also present. In internal examination reveals that internal means per vaginal examination. It reveals bilateral enlarged cystic ovaries which may not be revealed due to obesity. Due to obesity, whenever there is excess of fat deposition on the abdomen, we cannot reveal it, cannot be revealed. But by per vaginal examination, we can feel bilateral enlargement of cystic ovaries. So investigations, the main investigation is sonography, ultrasound, transvaginal sonography. It is very important, specifically useful in obese patient. It will confirm the diagnosis of polycystic ovaries. Ovaries are enlarged in volume, increased number of peripheral arranged cysts. We can see the size of the cyst may be vary from 2 to 9 millimeters. So investigation, that is ultrasound of pelvis, is very important. Again, blood values may say in blood values serum values are important. Luteinizing hormone level is elevated, or ratio of LH with FSH, that is increased by 2:1. LH means luteinizing hormone, FSH follicle stimulating hormone. Raised level of estradiol and estrone. The estrone level is markedly elevated. Estrogen hormone level is markedly elevated. As there is anovulation, progesterone level is less, progesterone secretion is less. SHBG level is reduced, that is sex binding hormone globulin is reduced. Sex hormone binding globulin is reduced. Hyperandrogenism is mainly from the ovaries but less from adrenals. Raised serum testosterone levels and DHEAS may be marginally elevated. Insulin resistance, raised fasting insulin levels, that is more than 25 micro mu international units per ml is we can see. In this we can see hypothalamus, this is axis. In hypothalamus GnRH is increased. When GnRH is increased, pituitary releases pulsatile LH release. Pulsatile LH release, follicular maturation is decreased from the ovaries. Follicular maturation is decreased, then increased circulating androgen levels we can see, and decreased sex hormone binding globulin is there. So free testosterone and free estrogen in the blood and PCOD occurs. Etiology of insulin resistance is unknown in PCOD. Mutation in the insulin receptor gene in the peripheral target tissue. This may be the possibility of insulin resistance. There may be genetic mutation of insulin receptors, and in the peripheral target tissue they are not sensitive to the insulin, so blood sugar level increases. This is the very important complication of PCOD, polycystic ovarian syndrome. So possible late sequelae of polycystic ovarian syndrome. In obese females are maximum at the risk. They are at a high increased risk, high risk. So they are at risk of diabetes mellitus due to insulin resistance, endometrial carcinoma due to persistently elevated level of estrogens. Estrogen effects are not opposed by progesterone because of chronic anovulated state. Risk of hypertension and cardiovascular disease is much more as dyslipidemia is there, like this decreased LDL and increased HDL. Again, the homeopathic medicines, there is very good treatment in homeopathy for polycystic ovarian syndrome. Pulsatilla is the main drug. Again, all the constitutional medicines we can treat PCOD. Pulsatilla, Sapia, Apis mellifica, Lycopodium, Natramur, Calcarea carb, these are the few medicines which are very commonly indicated in polycystic ovarian disease. Again, so many constitutional medicines, Natrum carb, Natrum sulf, Calcarea sulf, these are indicated. So thank you. This is all about polycystic ovarian syndrome, and thank you for giving me the chance. Thank you. Thanks a lot.